Icon Radio, your number one entertainment plug.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Jess.
All right. Okay. This is 2.5 Techies.
Who is the half?
I know who the half is.
Please.
Yeah. Thank you for joining us today for the 2.5 Techies show. So, what is this show about? Basically, it's about talking about tech, what's happening in the tech world in Kenya, in Africa, and the world. So, we shall give you our 2.5 bits and pieces about what's happening in this world.
Yeah.
So my name is Jesse, and I'm one of your hosts. I'm not the half. You can guess who I am. And I'm joined here by the other quartet. So is it? I don't even know. One and a half. Innocent and James. So let's start with James.
So my name is James. James Zuli. I'm the half. I'm a tech enthusiast, of course.
What's a tech enthusiast, brother?
Buddha. So tech is someone who's actually interested in a particular field, yeah, and you actually follow it enthusiastically.
Let me guess. Yeah. Tech field.
Yes.
Okay, so.
Yes. So I'm tech enthusiast.
All right.
Really, yeah. So been in that space for more than 10 years, actually. Yeah, so
hey brother.
Yeah, more than 10
and
years.
You how many years?
How old are you?
I'm very old. I'm very old. Plus I started working when I was still young.
Okay.
Yeah, so for more than 10 years. Actually, this is my 10th year.
All right.
This is my 10th year within that space. Worked for a couple of tech startups. Now I'm here doing my own tech stuff now. Yes, that's pretty much me.
2.5 men. Oh, sorry, techies. The next one.
No, me, I'm one. But I've not been doing it for 10 years, probably.
Tutapina mana height, we see.
No, it's not about height. Okay, he has to remove his cap, though.
Even you.
Been doing this for probably 4 years. Computer scientist by profession, but I love startups, so I sort of switched to startups. Not much of tech, but being a computer scientist, I can pretty much say I understand what happens technically, but then now bringing that into startups, into the business world, simply because I think any startup that hits right now has some tech affiliation or some tech driver behind it.
Okay. And now that people are talking about how long they've been in the tech industry,
30 years.
Mine is 20 years and counting.
The website says 30 years, though.
That's a different story. But personally I've been in the tech world for a while now, but closer to enterprise technology, and that's what I do. I do run a company that provides enterprise IT solutions for businesses. But other than that, I'm quite plugged into the tech world in Kenya. And I think it's a place that right now has really picked up a lot of pace, and I think there's a lot of future, and I think that's why we're here at Icon Radio. And Icon Radio, of course, being a tech platform also, to be able to enable people to be able to listen to music and plug into what's happening in the community. So so this is the right place to have this conversation. So Icon Radio, you can reach us at iconradio.co.ke. We're also on all social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, at is it Icon Radio KE?
Yes, Icon Radio KE.
Okay. Any other platforms?
LinkedIn.
Oh yeah.
Everywhere.
Icon Radio KE.
Basically everywhere.
Streamers are live on iconradio.co.ke.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Innocent. Outside of this room here, what else do you do?
Outside of this room, I run I don't know if it's a venture studio, if it's a startup accelerator, but actually me and Jess,
those are complex words. Venture studio, sijui nini. Ongea English.
The two ones run an outfit called Startinev. At Startinev, our goal is to enable innovators.
Yeah.
I think the biggest myth and misconception in this country is that you need capital to run your startup, and I guess we've seen a lot of startups that not need capital.
Oh, that's a huge conversation.
Capital, they're not ready for it.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
We sort of prepare guys for capital through various ways, be it events, be it community, be it Twitter Spaces. This conversation included, I guess, if we're able to empower people with the right knowledge, way before they even start thinking, do I need capital? Because we've seen startups launch without capital and actually go into the market and scale. But there are those that actually need capital, R&D, product development.
Yeah.
But then we need to demystify.
Yeah.
Do these startups need capital? Maybe they just need mentoring. Because
Yeah.
I mean, if Jesse has been doing tech for 30 years in the enterprise world,
Mm.
and me as innocent, I wake up one day and I'm like, I want to also go into the enterprise world. I don't need to start doing market research. If I have access to Jesse's, sort of knowledge,
Yeah.
I can easily tap in and learn quickly, avoid mistakes, and even maybe tap into the entire value chain.
Yeah.
So at Startnet, that's what we ideally do.
Mm.
Besides that, everything digital, anything creative. I love creating posters, designs, anything that catches the eye.
Yeah.
At times I code
Yeah.
for fun though.
Yeah. You seem like you do everything. Huh?
What
What don't you do?
I'm a plug for everything.
This guy is, you remember Nakumat? How they used to say,
all under one roof.
yeah. You need, which one was it that you say you need it? We've got it.
Yeah, it's Nakumat.
No, it was Nakumat.
Nah.
Nakumat or Uchumi?
You need it.
Uchumi.
Uchumi.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know why we're talking about brands that are. Anyway, it's good they're not there anymore. So.
Maybe that's an answer to a startup question.
Yeah.
Should you actually specialize rather than going all in?
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Before we do that, let's also understand. Also, I think
that's
James, you
the other half does.
yeah. You also run a blog. I understand.
Yeah, so
A tech blog.
So I also do kind of the same thing that Startnet does, but mine is more of a startup studio, whereby I partner with founders who have products or ideas basically that they'd want to push into the market.
Okay.
So
I thought startup studio is this room that we're in.
Yeah, something like that, yeah. So what we do is that I've partnered with a couple of companies and guys who actually provide me resources in terms of HR, administration, legal advice or such like things, so that at least we give all that to the people that we are partnering with, basically the founders,
Yeah.
so that they accelerate whatever they're trying to do, or basically be able to push their ideas outside as quickly as possible, and in a timely manner, basically, yeah, and in a way that makes sense to the recipients, basically.
All right.
So the target market.
Okay.
So that's pretty much what I do with a company called eBasket.
Okay.
Yeah, but on the side also I do run a tech blog.
Okay,
called
Kenya on the side. I think that's every Kenyan has
Yeah, it's always a
a
not
side hustle
It's not a
for a side hustle
basically.
for a side hustle.
It's not a side hustle. It's part of the tech blog. Is part of the company, basically.
Nice.
Yeah. So
Nice.
it's the media wing of the company.
Nice.
Yeah. So it's called Tech Woof Africa.
Tech woof woof.
Yes. Yes. So where basically I share tech news, basically,
all
but
right.
mostly African tech news.
Okay.
Because we've reached a point whereby people are doing super awesome things within the tech world, and there's not enough space or not enough information about it outside there.
Okay.
So I just wanted to share that, because I consume a lot of information on a daily basis, especially the tech information. So I just needed an outlet. So it was like a way. It started out as a hobby, but it started paying off at some point.
Nice. Nice.
I didn't plan for it to pay off. Yeah,
Yeah.
but it started paying off. Yeah. So right now it's running as a business unit on its own.
Okay.
Yeah, under the eBasket umbrella.
Okay.
So under eBasket, currently we have 4 companies and within the portfolio
Yeah.
that we are helping, and that's pretty much it. That's my world in tech.
All right.
Yeah, but also I support other brands. For example, Icon Radio,
Okay.
whereby their PC programs controller, also helping them with the tech bit of the company.
Okay.
So yeah,
Okay.
I wear so many hats, but
today,
Leo is only one hat.
today I'm a presenter. I'm a whole co-host here for this. Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm actually very, very excited and happy to be here
All
to
right.
share information about tech.
Okay. I keep blogging. That's something I've always been trying. I think I've tried writing so many times.
Jesse, I have a question. Is it you?
What have I
You
done?
who blogs? Is it really you?
Don't worry, doesn't matter as long as it's my byline. Yeah, but so these are the conversations we'll be having, guys. So get ready for the next next half of this segment, or is it the next quarter or 2.5? It's because the 2.5 is in my head. Get ready for the next part of this segment where we shall dig a bit deeper into some of what James blogs about and what's happening right now in this world of tech. So guys, thank you so much for joining iconradio.co.ke. Remember our socials, Icon Radio KE. And thank you so much, and let's continue building this world of technology.
Icon Radio.
Welcome back to the 2.5 Techies show at Icon Radio. All right, so the half and the number one, or which one is it? James and Innocent.
Yes.
Okay. During our break, you were just discussing, and we coined a new word. Pitchpreneur. Okay, juu kuna tenderpreneur.
Yeah.
Sasa kuna pitchpreneur.
Na kuna pitchpreneur. Okay, so fafanua tafadhali. What is a pitchpreneur? And is it good or bad?
Pitchpreneur, is it good or bad? Okay, what is it? I think pitchpreneur is this crop of new guys, and I guess it's only in Kenya. In Kenya, you can come up with an idea, and I guess it has come up a number of times. Not many.
Hapana.
Many founders in Kenya are techies. They're not business people.
Yes, that's
so they need to either hire CEOs or they need to hire business administrators. So these people come in to be the pitchpreneurs. These guys are able to create pitch decks that kill.
I beg to differ.
Really?
Not there are a lot of founders who are not techies. You have also that crop of founder who they have an idea. They dreamt, or they went to Java and had that conversation. Or they went to a bar somewhere. They pick out stories, put the idea on paper. On a cassavette. Okay, but they didn't have a techie to actually build a platform or whatever it is they wanted to do. So wakakuja wakatafuta the 2.5 techies. Wakaambiwa, guys, I can pay you in shares, I can pay you in kind. Exposure, nini, all that mambo jambo. So that's also another type of so it's not just techies.
Is this guy able to create a pitch? There's a new crop of people now.
Okay,
who
back
are
to
looking for
pitchpreneurs.
these specific people to create the pitch decks.
So
now when you're going to the room of investors, you have a polished pitch deck that almost gives you cash. But kwa ground,
you don't have anything.
And
there's also this other crop whereby they're basically founders, in quotes, whereby they usually, it's like they collect ideas, or they're very good at coming up with ideas that they actually use these ideas as bases of getting funding, basically getting money. So they know very well that they're selling hot hair, but they know how to present and communicate, basically. So you find like someone has like
is it hot hair?
Hot air. Hot air. Someone has like 10 different companies.
Hot air.
10 different tech companies. All of them have raised some cash, and then all of them don't make it. It's like they do that, so they come up with an idea, raise cash, the company dies off, come up with another idea, raise cash, the company dies off. It's like
I think
they're very good at it.
It's
like they're motivated to actually make those companies not work, so that
but is there accountability? That brings another aspect. Because of course definitely there needs to be accountability. But these are resources that you're given, okay, and it's capital. It's not that you're not being given a grant, because a grant, fine, I understand, pesa, you can do whatever it is you want with it, but this is capital. Somebody is pumping in money. They expect an exit, they expect to get a return on investment, but these companies just go down. Does that mean those founders, I mean, look at what was this guy called again, the one who was founded by SoftBank, the one who does I'm trying to remember that name. I'll get that name.
That went down.
Not Airbnb. It does things like co-working spaces.
Yes, I remember
co-working spaces.
What was it called? I can't remember.
Maybe you can just check for us there.
Remember, then there's a third crop which decides, okay, I have an idea. First thing, I hire a white person.
Yes.
Bring them on the board. Assures me of funding.
Yes, and
I don't even need a pitch deck. So you render pitchpreneurs jobless for them in the meantime, but then you have a white founder. I don't know if it creates trust.
Actually,
I don't know what
part of the
happens.
system. It's part of the system because you it's something that it's a conversion that has been going on for a while in Kenya and in Africa at large. Whereby if you don't have like a white founder or like at least like a white face in your team, the chances of you getting is close to nil, especially when you're.
I don't know if you guys remember. I don't know whether it was a parody or it was real. Last year there was a website that trended in Kenya called hiamzungu.co.ke.
The German guy,
man, that was hilarious. But you know, it's a true fact at the end of the day. How many of us have thought at some time, hey, by the upper, if we after
we all have, as long as you've been in that industry, we all have.
And while on that conversation, market force, $40 million Series A.
Without a white founder.
And apparently some of the cash is from within.
Exactly, yeah.
Is the narrative changing?
They've raised, they started raising the cash with Victoria Ventures, which is Kenyan, and then now other venture firms, and they've been actually been helped by African VC firms and African firms.
Yeah, you guys, let me tell you. To me, when I saw that, I thought, it was a tearjerk moment. I knew that, something has changed. Something has changed in the landscape. The earth has shaken in this world. Okay, because it's true. You mentioned it was a lot of African founders. And one of them being, for example, this guy who exited Cellulant, Ken Joroge. Okay, he pumped in, and we're finally starting to see Kenyans. Okay, the first crop of people who've actually made some level of, generated some level of income out of startups in Kenya. They've been able to exit, and they've been able to pump money back into the economy, not just Kenya but Africa in general. So I think that is I think that's I think that's such a big deal, and I think the ripple effect will be much higher. Market force, they'll see how much it's starting to make, they'll see the impact, and perhaps all these other Kenyans who are finally starting to get rich out of their Kenyan startups will finally start putting back that money inside. Waache mambo ya Kamulu, Shamba Kamulu.
But do you think it will happen?
It will, because I think it's always that one person who will take that step, and then everyone else. As Kenyans, you remember the quail thing?
Nilikuwa ndani so hard. Nikose nicheko.
So the moment people see that something actually worked for someone else, they'd want to
jump
in. Don't you think it will become dangerous? Because now, if we are to talk about, for example, family and Kenyan people with cash funding startups, the risk to reward ratio is very high, but also the risk is actually extremely high. And I think what will happen, we'll see a case where now guys are funding out of emotion. So I guess we'll experience a situation where so much money will be injected into startups that don't even need cash.
But I think the market corrects itself. Exactly. People put money, but eventually it will correct itself.
I don't want to be in the correction.
That's how business works.
Quails, they came, they couldn't last for long, so they died. Rabbits came, they couldn't last for long.
That's okay.
But now they're still quails. If you go to supermarket, Kina Carrefour, whatever, you'll still find too small to baskets.
They're very expensive.
And there are people who are making something. So it's like even NFTs and cryptos and whatever. Right now, of course, you'll find the fluctuations in those currencies. They are going 300, 400, 500, 700, 1,000%. Okay, but eventually, once people start actually using it for the right reasons, start seeing that it's a real currency. It's just not an investment. It will correct itself.
Actually, on that point, probably it's not correction. It will be government policy. We've seen CBDC. CBDC. So the same way the government is trying to go into digital currency.
CBDC ni nini?
Probably
what is CBDC? Is it CBC? They want for education in Kenya.
What is CBDC? CBDC, I'd coin it as the Bitcoin equivalent for Kenyan shilling. I think
central bank digital currency.
If I was the government and Bitcoin guys are starting to get into crypto, into digital payments, as a government, eventually if this happens, you're going to be bypassed, because currently the government is the middleman. So I think the quickest way to be in the game is to enter with your own sort of currency.
But let me tell you who should be afraid, huh? When we'll take that on the next. Let's take a break first of all.
Icon Radio.
Welcome back. 2.5 Techies. Yeah, your only tech show at iconradio.co.ke. So guys, where were we? ABCD. Was it CBCC, CBD?
Too many terms. There's CBC.
CBC.
And then there's C.
Now I remember what I was saying. Okay, the CBC, Central Bank Deposit, or was it? No, Central Bank Digital Currency. Okay, so they were basically coming up with crypto.
Yeah.
Okay, and basically what I was saying, the people who should be most afraid of that, M-Pesa. Why? Good question. Let me tell you right now, CBCD, CBDC. I can't. Anyway, basically what they're coming up with is an M-Pesa. I mean, because M-Pesa, ideally, what is that? It's a digital currency.
Yes,
it's something that you transact on the phone without actual hard cash. Okay, and of course that has to go somehow through the central bank at some point. Okay, a central bank are coming to say, first of all, okay, they're saying that there are all these digital currencies coming up, and a lot of them will start going over the top or below, chini ya mnazi, chini ya mti, without actually passing through them. That means they are not able to, first of all, see what's happening in the economy, collect taxes. Probably a lot of illegal activity. So why not come up with their own? Okay, and at the end of it, also with that, they could be able to help reduce the cost for Kenyans to be able to transact. Okay, so where does that leave any of the? Let me stop talking about the names, because we also do have other sort of digital payments in Kenya. Where will that leave all of them? If central bank has come and brought the price low, because of course it's government funded, okay, and it will probably much cheaper, much easier for you to just send money back and forth, and then of course it's backed. In short, what I mean is haitakuwa kama all these cryptocurrencies that one day it's 100 shillings, the other day it's worth 300,000, like Ethereum is 300k. Okay, but this one is backed by a real government, a real currency. So where will that leave?
From where I'm sitting, from where I am right now,
Uko Icon Radio say.
Yes, up Icon Radio. If you ask me, I don't want the government to get into this. The reason being is that the moment the government gets into currency, digital currency, it means that it won't be as open the way it is it is right now with Ethereum and Bitcoin and the rest. And the fact that now, because the moment the government likes meddling into such things, and they usually lack this creative capacity. They might get in well, but after some time they plateau in terms of probably making it better, or even there'll be so many loopholes, because like, for example, in Africa, our lawmakers are thugs, so they'll always find a loophole. If it's something that they think that will benefit them, they'll always find a loophole to make it, for them to make more from whatever they're trying to build. So for me, I don't want the central bank to get into this, because again, you talked about illegal things. I don't know, probably
zile vitu unapenda kununua, brother.
It's my money. Let me buy it.
He's neither denying nor agreeing.
I don't want someone. I don't like a big brother scrutinizing what I'm doing with my money. Yeah. So and I'd want to be able to send my money to whoever I want at whatever time I want, and with costs that are not, because you talked about probably it being regulated and making it cheaper.
Shash kabash.
I doubt the government will make it cheaper. I 100% doubt the government, because even for them, because PesaLink. Okay. PesaLink,
it's cheaper than what? All these other Safaricom, M-Pesa,
It's true.
Okay, of course no one is using it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's not convenient. It's not convenient. You see, the moment you open up technology to everyone, it's easier for it to be convenient. M-Pesa works because it's convenient. And it's not, there's no interference from the government. Even though right now they're trying to make regulations around M-Pesa, because they think that because a lot of money passes through M-Pesa, and the government is not part of it, so they want to be part of it. So the fact that
they're feeling left out, they're not eating the cake with everyone.
In the hands of probably techies and some private sector, that's why M-Pesa is successful. But the moment,
also another reason. Okay, I mean, we all know, of course, Safari. I mean, the I mean, our government has a stake in Safaricom.
Yeah, they have
Okay,
a stake, but
so
they
to
don't
some
have a
element,
say
yeah, but
in how the
okay,
tech,
fair enough.
the tech bit of the
Yeah,
of the
yeah.
whole the tech infrastructure of M-Pesa is which is very good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So the
It
moment
leaves room for innovation.
Yes.
Yeah.
The moment the government will step in, trust me, the shida tu. Kwanza
Techie
Kenyan
mwingine,
government-
what do you think? What do you think? What do you
I
think?
think the point is not whether it will be cheaper, more expensive. I mean, guys are still buying Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Some of us have lost money in Bitcoin. Some of us. It's painful. I don't talk about it.
I'm curious. Have any of you? Fine, you've gotten. Have you used Bitcoin or invested or?
I have a very painful story about Bitcoin. So
Oy.
when Bitcoin was
Bought
starting
the
out,
dip at the
no,
top.
Ulipoteza flash disk.
when Bitcoin was starting out, I was actually I was not an early adopter. I was those early naysayers. I was those people would say that Bitcoin cannot work. These things, what is blockchain, all those things.
Yeah,
And
nonsense.
now the people that I was with around, the people that were around me actually bought into it when it was still, I don't know, 0.00 something. It was so cheap. And then after like 2-3 months, it shot up to a point where I couldn't buy, and these guys had made so much money.
Let me tell you my painful story. 2015 after high school.
Both of at 2015 ulikuwa wapi? This is a half a techie. This is the half.
2015 after high school. I was, the craze. When it started time, even our Facebook names were funny names. So now I lost my wallet address.
Innocent Ulembaya.
I lost my wallet address. Up to date, I can't recover it. It was some cash. So right now, in that time, Bitcoin was around 700k. It got to 8 million. Man, I don't know. Then 2019, 2020, made another mistake. Bought a dip at the top. Right now I'm done. So I think if the government is to intervene with CBDC, I think the main topic would be around not even like regulation, but stability.
Yeah, because let me tell you, in fact, that's why I was asking that question.
Because of the economy as well.
That's why I was asking that question
the market
about.
should be left alone so that stability should be.
I mean, it should be market, whatever. But that's why I was asking that question. What are you buying Bitcoin for? Was it investment? Or was it to pay for goods and services? Because to me, I think that's what Bitcoin ideally. That's the reason it was created. It was to be able to, exchange of value. Okay, I buy, drugs. No, I'm kidding. This show is PG. We're not talking about this. Okay, I buy XYZ and sell whatever. Okay, that's what we believe that Bitcoin and whatever should be for. Okay, but now of course it's being used for all sorts of crazy reasons to make money. Yeah, and hashtag. Yeah.
So I think the point will be, even if the government is to intervene, stability. Because now if the government is controlling, that means to some level it affects the economy, it affects the money circulating.
Yeah.
So if it's going to be that unstable, while controlled by the government, I think becomes now a real issue, and it fights the actual goal why cryptocurrencies were invested.
Decentralization, because I think decentralization, if you talk to crypto diehards, I'm not a diehard, I really don't care whether it's centralized or decentralized, okay, but I do understand what they mean. Most of them feel that this thing, okay, even the blockchain itself, it should be left to people to be able to control. Okay, this thing should be, in case God forbid, all this nuclear whatever's happened, all that, the central bank is somehow not our central bank, another central bank is bombed. Okay, people can still be able to transact without Uncle Sam in the US, without our Kenya shilling people here. Yeah.
The president comes in, they think this thing it can't. So it needs to be very decentralized actually.
So the moment so we've agreed no interference from the government.
Yes and no.
Me I think, okay, Kenyans, we need somebody to control them, bana. We need a watchdog of some sort. Yeah. Otherwise, I mean, how many people have been scammed from these crypto vibes?
And talking about
tuwegi sana. If this thing,
we've seen now tech evolve into streaming. I mean, Icon Radio runs on. Runs on tech. We've seen Viusasa,
guys.
Netflix has come.
Yeah. Okay, that's a nice place to stop this at as we take a break.
Yeah.
Okay, so we shall be talking about how you can use cryptocurrency to buy Netflix subscriptions. Is that what you are saying? Anyway, yeah. So guys, again, thank you. This is Icon Radio, the 2 techies and a half, the 2.5 techies.
Icon Radio.
Welcome back to Icon Radio, 2.5 techies live. So where were we before? Somebody was mentioning about
Netflix.
Ethereum. And Ethereum being used to buy Netflix.
Is it possible? Okay, I don't know if it's possible.
No, why not? Okay, right now maybe they're not a devil, but why can't you use it?
Okay.
Because that's what these things I keep saying should be used for, to buy ordinary goods and services.
Yeah.
See,
No,
easy
it's
ma.
because of the flexibility, because it will be very sad. I have 40 bob in my pocket in terms of Bitcoin. Enda kununua nyanya. Then when you reach there, it has dipped. It's 2 bob. No, so I don't think
And you can't afford nyanya anymore.
you can't afford nyanya
By the time
anymore.
unafika kwa mama mboga, Elon Musk ametweet.
But the fun fact, sijui kama ushaijua Nigerians, Ghanaians nini, they normally when they come to Kenya or even other countries,
Yeah.
or even when you go to Nigeria, you have to pay rent for whole year.
Yeah.
You know why?
Yes.
Ni currency.
Correct. Oh, yeah.
Because
Because
it dips.
And
So if you go there umelipa
for
rent.
most businesses, it's a big deal. It's like a deterrent.
Yeah.
By the time ufikiria tunachukua ofisi, by the right ofisi unafaa kulipa.
By the si ati leo unalipa rent 30k, 30,000. Then now that 30,000 is worth 10,000 shillings.
The
But
whole year.
an assumption, Netflix is here, you can pay subscription with whatever. Case in point, Netflix is coming to Kenya.
Yeah.
Me, I've been
What's
watching
the
Netflix
difference?
for a while. So what do you mean it's coming to Kenya?
I mean, opening offices in Kenya. Are these stories eventually going to be, there are so many African stories that, are within, they're not shared enough. And what threat does that pose to other local film distributors? And for how long? Because you can imagine, you're telling Kenyans you can have Netflix for free for 6 months. That's okay. Kenyans and piracy. Not that we support it, but how sustainable?
Torrents.
How sustainable is the model? Personally, I'm happy that Netflix is coming.
Yeah.
And it gives the other guys a run for their cash.
Yeah.
But what does that mean for the tech ecosystem? In film, in media production, and all this. What do you think?
For me, I think it's a blessing. Yeah, the fact that Netflix coming to Kenya, and I think it will open up avenues for
Nothing.
it will open up avenues for probably our local film scene to actually be able to air their content.
Kenya inaitwa Riverwood.
Riverwood. Yeah.
Oh.
No,
But
still,
there's Machawood. But
Macha-
Oh,
on that story, that story of Kenyans and being able to do that.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Do you think that a Spider-Man can be acted in Kenya? Because this
Yes,
is
why
happened.
not?
Ah,
Let me
bana.
tell you,
Uliona ile
Why not?
You'll see Kenyans trying to.
by the way with Masai clothes, instead of vile red bana, Masai.
No. Okay, let's take an example. We have Blood and Water. You've watched Blood and Water, the South African.
Yeah.
It's well done and it's being aired on Netflix, right?
Yeah, but it's very South African.
Yeah, it's very and I'm saying I believe that we can.
South Africa is closer to us than the US, of course.
No, it's- I
We
think
can.
it's the other way around.
If you watch local content, they've come a long way.
Yeah.
From the days of Nairobi Half-Life and the rest, they've come a long way. Actually, right now they're making really good content, and I believe with the fact that, and actually right now the company that's supporting most local content is Showmax, and I believe
Crime and Justice, man.
Yes. So with Netflix coming in, it will change the whole game.
Yeah.
Because Netflix are very, very particular and they're very, very serious in terms of when it comes to their content that they deliver to them.
But
and they actually back.
okay,
these
it's
people.
all good, but we have Viusasa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. We are
So
not
we have
affiliated to
Safaricom
Viusasa or Citizen. Anyway.
We have Safaricom
Safaricom
base as well,
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So we have all those
So
platforms.
we have all those platforms.
So is
but with Netflix, it will mean that, like you said, it will change the game. It will raise the bar higher. No. We have Viusasa and the rest, Showmax and the rest. But
Kwanza, where is Showmax from? Is it actually DSTV owned?
I think it's DSTV.
Yeah,
I think
South
DSTV
Africa.
bought it.
South
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But they've actually tried to make us consume local content.
Okay.
Yeah. So with Netflix,
Yeah, they've tried.
the amount of seriousness that Netflix brings on board make these other people to be more serious. Like Viusasa and the rest.
To make the conversation a bit technological, what does that mean for streaming locally? Because I think now that would mean guys will start moving away from TV to
Yeah, so that because that's a conversation around, you know, do we have access to fast broadband?
Yes.
And even the phones have started moving from
2G, 3G, 4G.
There's
Yeah.
one that has radio.
Yeah.
Nowadays,
Yeah.
That would even bring
Yeah. Again, just a reminder: iconradio.co.ke.
online.
Online.
Yeah. And now that brings another conversation. 5G. Will that be the answer to streaming? Will that be the answer to, you know, the future of accessing content, accessing all these things? Because I guess it's faster, probably cheaper,
Yeah.
probably better.
Yeah.
And now with international players, you know, the game changes a bit.
Yeah.
But up to what extent?
Yeah. Because I mean, okay, for now in the urban areas we're doing okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you can't complain. Nairobi, Kisumu, Mombasa, wherever. Okay, but uko tukiingia ushago, and at the end of the day, you know, how fast is internet there? Okay, and can people be able to afford bundles so that they can effectively watch on devices? Okay, will they start putting Chromecast, internet TVs, nini? Do you think we are actually there yet?
And
Or
do they even have the technological know-how?
Usiwadharau brother.
So
people know.
It's a concern.
Yeah.
It's a concern.
I'll allude to a conversation I saw on Twitter. There's the fact that, you know, ukifika Limuru, internet turns to edge from 4G. Does it mean that Kenya is not ready for 5G? Do we have to wait for the whole country to evolve?
No. Okay. First of all, let's appreciate what we have already. First of all,
But
I do
it's
think
only
compared to
in
other
Nairobi.
African, even globally,
yes.
we are you know, we're in the top, maybe third.
Yeah.
Okay, in terms of Africa, especially in terms of speed of
In
internet
Africa, probably
and
the
access
top.
to internet. Okay.
Actually, apparently, our speed of internet is faster than for states.
Yeah, because I think the highest right now is in Africa is Algeria.
Algeria.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
are
but anyway,
somewhere.
so but okay, now back to, you know, whether it's accessible those sides, or whether people have the technology know-how. I think that's why we've seen players like Viusasa already start, you know, they've been singing about Viusasa for so long. You know, you'll be watching your unajua Kuru, what was that thing on Inoro called? That one. You know, on Citizen, you're seeing, you know, they're priming people up, just preparing them for the time that, you know, by the time internet actually becomes a thing in some of those areas, okay, they'll be ready to watch, and perhaps even Netflix would not have known about it.
Yeah, but interesting question there. We were talking about access. The government has come in, and now
Hey,
apparently
Gava, tena.
KPLC should be able to supply internet when they fix
Yeah,
the house.
yeah.
It comes with internet. Now,
Yeah.
what does that now actually mean for the ISPs who would now probably
Me, I am all for that. Okay, I am.
KPLC stima itapotea.
No. Leave that alone. Stima, that's a whole different thing. Until Safaricom
But
starts
it's coming on
providing
the same
electricity, I think we have real competition. But for now, ISPs, let them be given competition.
That is
So we
true.
just have a few
That
big
is
players.
true.
Zuku, Safaricom,
Safaricom,
Airtel, Nini,
That's okay, but
whatever.
KPLC
Wacha
comes
waongezeke.
in place.
Yeah, let KPLC come.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we are, and of course we all, and KPLC, first of all, right now it's time to get competition.
Yeah.
Now there is off-grid energy happening all the places,
There's
you know.
definitely solar.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
And
So,
okay, let's take it even a bit further. Let's assume, you know, electricity is not an issue. Maybe you guys switch to solar, to wind, maybe even Kenya imports electricity from Ethiopia as they want to. Then Elon Musk decides Starlink in Kenya. Now, does that even change, you know, what KPLC is working on? Because now that would mean
okay, Ebu, now you're taking so many. What is Starlink? Okay, bring it to Earth. Bring it to Earth. Starlink sounds like it's a star.
It's not on Earth.
Good one.
But I guess Starlink is an internet solution.
Yeah.
The one in Musk.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
able to supply internet from space.
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
know, so it's more of a wireless solution for
Yeah,
internet.
yeah.
So there's a satellite up there with internet.
Yeah.
Then from, you know, mini hubs on Earth, you can ideally connect wirelessly.
Yeah.
And that would mean a whole country has the same range of internet,
Yeah.
probably for free.
Yeah.
Now, would that even change, you know, all these other things? And I guess that even goes further because now that I've mentioned Elon Musk, he's the guy behind Tesla. We've seen Basigo.
Yeah.
What next?
Okay, umenichanganyisha. Nasikia tu Starlink, basi goes, sijui nini. Anyway, that's a good segue, guys. Let's take a break and we'll be back to talk about internet ya maju. Literally.
Icon Radio.
Welcome back to the 2.5 Techies. My name is Jesse. We have James and Innocent here as the other half of the Techies. Only at Icon Radio, the only tech show. So guys, where were we before we broke off? We were talking about internet yenye imetoka maju. Starlink na basi yenye inaenda wapi? Yeah, but anyway, so we did hear in the news that there's a company called Basigo that recently
launched. Yes.
And of course
Last week Wednesday.
Okay. What were they launching? Electric buses, yeah?
Yeah.
100% electric, not hybrid. 100%.
Oh, it's not hybrid.
No, it's 100%.
Okay. That means it is being charged like this laptop here,
Yes.
like that phone, kabambe of yours.
Business idea. Power banks for Basigo. just in case.
By kid you not, that makes a lot. No. That makes, I don't know if Tesla Tesla wanauza power banks.
But I've seen photos of Tesla guys like towing generators.
Yes,
Just in case. You can imagine you've left with that bus.
Yeah.
So, power bank for buses. I don't know, but
I mean, we have power banks nowadays that can jumpstart a vehicle.
That's true.
Yeah. Like they come this size. Yeah.
So big and heavy.
Yeah.
starting. That's like
No, I know. Yeah. But with lithium-ion batteries nowadays, kuna, I'm sure they can be able to package that. Maybe not so small, but in a way that you can give a kidogo of a boost. Maybe give you an extra 10, 15 km.
Yeah.
To get you home. Of course, in the cities. But if you've driven to,
costs.
Also look at
17
it's YOLO.
shillings per kilometer.
17 shillings per kilometer. For
Where are we?
Yes.
17.
What do you mean 17?
Because they were saying, for example, from Nairobi to Thika, you have to pay around between 340 and 400 shillings. That's 4 trips, at least, on a normal bus. Is it okay? Even inflation doesn't allow for such costing. No, because
Have you ever bought Kenyan
okay,
tokens? Do the math.
I know, like it's like we're really trying. That's why even me, I'm looking like.
I'm an advocate for clean energy, but not 4 times.
Yeah, but again, that's what I'm saying. Sometimes it depends on is this for Kenya really? That's where you start to ask that question, Because at the end of the day, do you care about the environment like deeply enough to dig deeper into your pocket?
I care about the environment,
Yeah.
but not 4 times.
Okay. 2.5 times.
Wow. At least 2.5 is okay.
But I think we've had Nopia before.
Yeah.
Nopia right, yeah?
No fear.
Nopia, yeah.
By
and
they're working with Nissan, I think.
they're working with Nissan, yeah.
And
I think when they came into the market, we thought that most people actually thought that it wouldn't work. And
umepanda Nopia?
Nimepanda a couple of times. So I thought that it was like a
yeah, like do you order it on online or how do you get an Nopia?
I'm on the Basigo website. It's
yeah.
not 17 bob. 20 Kenya shillings per kilometer. 20 Kenya shillings. I mean, it's absurd.
Then with the Kenyan jam.
But then,
It's mame katika jam jogoro.
no, but maybe a positive note. The government said that only electric buses would be able to use the BRT.
Yeah, but how much are they said the BRT was going to be per trip?
I guess it's
100
a similar
yeah,
to the expressway,
yeah,
depending on the point of
yeah,
entry and
yeah,
exit,
yeah.
the prices you vary.
Yeah, but you know what you're paying for, yeah?
Yeah.
You're ideally supposed to be paying for, kuruka traffic.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you're paying for the convenience. Yeah.
Is it worth it? Maybe not.
Yeah, that's why I think there's so many conversations we need to have around this.
The main question is it time for Kenya to actually embrace electric vehicles?
I think it's the best time for us to engage.
Tax, regulation,
I think
Yeah, but
the best time to do something, I think, especially in Kenya, is right now.
there's no best time.
There's no.
I mean, yeah.
If we just sit there and wait for it to happen in other countries, and then
Skali. We'll never say idea. So you just do what you have to do.
There's been a fracas because of border borders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now you can imagine normally you're walking on the paveway, then there's this border guy coming on the paveway. You hear him come. Now there's this guy with an electric motorbike. You don't hear him.
Eh,
You don't
utaku
hear him.
even worse hapa gongwa kuibiwa, you know, normally remember that clip of that cop that was being about from a motorcycle, at least he could hear something. Okay, but now
So
It up-
is the regulation for just the electric bit, or is it regulation for the whole thing? Mobility as a thing probably is not properly regulated.
yeah, but I
It's
think
a
as
state-
usual, you know, think
state
of
policy.
yeah, but think of, you know, of course we keep talking about M-Pesa, it's like the biggest thing we've done in Kenya. Yeah, it probably is anyway. yeah, but regulation came afterwards.
Afterwards, yeah.
So even this, you know, I
Regulation
don't
come
want to think
after.
too much about regulation. Let it come.
Let it come
Let the
first.
innovation come first.
Yes.
Let people, you know, let people innovate around this. Let people bring in this I was about to say devices.
Yeah.
It's like that guy. But yeah, basically ni smartphone. Car Tesla is a smartphone with
Yeah,
wheels.
that's true. Yeah.
It receives updates.
I know.
So you can imagine in traffic then you have to update. So you stop.
Yeah,
Update.
I know. See, there was that update during was it the New Year? Was it Christmas? That instead of a normal honi ya kawaida, it was singing a
Oh,
Christmas
yeah.
carol.
But that's Elon Musk.
I know, flamethrowers. What was that?
And even the tunnel. Anyway,
Anyway, we can't even start with Elon Musk. There's so many places.
but somehow eventually they make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
But now coming back to Kenya,
Mm.
at least we have one Tesla.
Mm.
Maybe that was the benchmark.
Mhm.
Basigo is here.
Mhm.
That's something.
Mhm. Basi
There's
suende.
bus.
Uh-huh.
Bus,
There is Nopia.
Nopia.
Uh-huh.
So probably we are ready.
Yeah.
There's the expressway. I think the
Yes.
BRT
Yeah.
accommodates electric vehicles.
Yeah.
But then
Mm.
the underlying problem,
Mm.
KPLC.
Vitima.
Iko shida ama be okay?
Probably the good thing is that we've seen a shift from the normal actually people using KPLC as the only power providers
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
solar energy and wind.
Yeah, 'cause
Even
of
though
course-
the government
Mm.
is actually trying to regulate solar energy
Yeah.
because they feel like
We
'cause
shall
I have
not be
an
moved.
uncle who's actually made a grid out of solar energy.
Nice.
And is powering like a whole community.
Nice.
Yeah, but now the government actually
Amemsumbua,
stepped
I'm
in,
sure.
Yeah, and they wanted. It was actually taken to court. Or something.
No way.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Some stupid trumped charges.
Mhm.
Yeah? So basically, it's the government doesn't want that to happen. They want KPLC to be like the monopoly energy source. Yeah.
Mhm.
So I don't know how that will work because we all know that KPLC is not. You can't rely on KPLC.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
can't
yeah,
really. 'Cause again, it's not like everywhere. It's good in urban areas, but most the other
There's
areas
still a lot of
yeah,
places are
there's a
not
lot.
covered, and
Yeah.
and let's
And
not
even-
forget the fact that you know, like the of course the best case scenario.
Yeah.
Okay, you have a lot of electric bodabodas, nini, electric cars. Imagine all of that is being supplied by solar. Let's say your normal boda shed that you find here
Yes.
in your car community over there.
Mm.
Okay, over there on the roofs you have
Or even
Yeah.
the roof
you know,
of the
yeah,
shed.
the whole roof of the car shed. Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah, exactly. You have solar. You know, that means you, for transport, you do away with that. If you're in your house, you have solar, you do away
Yes.
again with the. I mean, you really technically, the energy is right there.
Exactly, yeah, but
It-
we are not using it.
Yeah, but now with all this regulation, blah blah blah, all these things. But I think eventually, I mean, these are things that movement has to come,
Yeah.
and KPLC was smart. First of all, what they do is just fast track this thing about this. What do you call this exchange tariffs, whereby you can sell power back to the grid.
Yes.
Okay,
yes,
because that makes a lot of sense. Once they do that, there'll be no incentive for you just to build your own mini grid and supply your community, because you know you can also make money out of selling it back to KPLC.
Yes,
Yeah, so definitely, this is inevitable. That is inevitable.
And I think that will be the solution for now this kind of mobility.
Yeah.
Because now you talked about it being very expensive.
Yeah.
20 bob per kilometer.
Yeah.
Imagine now they're not using electricity from KPLC. You're just getting energy from sunlight. Yeah. So it means that it has reduced the cost of energy.
Tenfold, hundredfold.
Actually,
Yeah. It's technically
so
free.
whatever they're
Yeah.
charging is basically profit.
Yeah.
So I think it's a solution that we should actually consider.
Yeah.
So instead of them getting power from the PLC, you make it mandatory for them to get power.
But then in a country where most of us are, I wouldn't say literate,
Yeah.
we are yet to keep up with tech.
Speak for yourself.
No, he's the half.
I'm the literate.
What opportunities exist? Where do we find these opportunities? I guess that's a good place to start. Find us at iconradio.co.ke
Yeah.
across all social media platforms
Yeah.
at iconradio.ke.
Mm.
Where are these opportunities? Where
Yeah.
are the hackathons? Where
Yeah.
are the events?
Yeah. And this
Where
next
do we actually
half,
learn?
we shall be talking about, innovation and how Kenyans are doing amazing things, creating, these buses, nini,
Yeah.
how all that can, you can harness that. So, yeah.
Icon Radio.
You can find us at iconradio.co.ke and across all social media platforms. at
Yeah.
iconradio.ke,
Yes.
where you can get this and more, information on tech, on startups, I don't know, funding, I don't know, but go, SG Starlink, SG nini, but then
CBC.
ABCD, GHYZ,
what,
Bonjour.
what exists? James, tell us, within Icon Radio, what opportunities exist for people to learn, for people to get this information, and you as well, Jesse, I know you're part of Starting Up. What exists and what other opportunities are out there as we wrap up today's show?
So, as Icon Radio, we are very thrilled, basically, and excited to have partnered with Starting Up for the past Twitter Spaces. The conversation was so awesome.
Fire.
It was
Mic drop.
It was a very good conversation, and it's a conversation that I think should be heard often. Yeah, and I'm not so sure whether there are many spaces out there, especially within the country, that have such conversations.
Yeah.
And I was very, very happy that Icon Radio was part of that.
Yeah.
And will continue to be part of the subsequent spaces. Yeah. So I think the spaces are usually every Thursdays on 8 p.m. on Starting Up's page,
Yes.
Twitter page. Yeah. Where we get the most awesome conversation. The topic for next week is what?
Scaling up.
Unajua,
Building for
okay,
scaling.
first let's go back. What is Twitter space? Ni radio lakini ya Twitter.
Yes.
Yeah, because a lot of people, to be
Zoom,
honest,
yeah,
yeah.
Twitter.
Oh, sorry. Lakini bila uso.
I used to want to jump onto some of the Instagram lives.
Yeah.
But I hated one thing with Instagram lives. You have to put your camera on.
Oh yeah.
Twitter comes
so
and
like,
it's
yeah.
just
Kama leo, yeah,
Like me, I was doing the last Twitter space.
ukiwa wapi? Ukifanya nini?
I almost. Anyway.
Okay, guys, this is I don't know. There are kids that listen to this show, so let's not go there.
Techstars, I guess the largest, if not among the largest global accelerator in the world.
Wow.
Partners with Starting Up as well for a local event,
Yep.
Startup Weekend. Jesse, tell us more. How do people participate? What opportunities exist? I know Google for Startups is there, GoDaddy is there, Myra is there, Icon Radio,
Yeah.
and a lot of other community players in the startup world, in the tech world.
Yeah.
What is that about?
And not just to brag, just because Icon Radio is part of Startup Weekend, but
We
this
have
is
to brag.
this
But
is.
we say
But do we say? But this is a global event. Right now, if you go to any city in the world,
Yeah.
okay? If you go to Johannesburg, if you go to Cape Town, if you go to, why do I know only South African cities? Na sijaienda huko. If you go to New York, hata huko sijaenda. If you go to Cairo, if you go to Rome, where there are white people. So if you go to a lot of the major cities in the world, you have startup weekends happening there.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to give you that context to know that if you attend an event like this, you'll be coming in to join a global team of innovators all around the world. Okay, so what is Startup Weekend? Right now, here in this studio, we've talked about a myriad of things.
Yeah.
Okay. See, myriad. We've talked about a number of things in the studio. And how many times do you go, for example, to Java? Okay, which I keep saying. Actually, it's innocent to keep saying. It's like the largest incubator in Kenya of startups. Yeah, hapo biashara mingi zinaanzanga wapi? Tukutane hapo Java.
on water.
Na pia madates na mafamilia pia zinafunganga huko, lakini we're talking about businesses. So Java, so how many times do you go there and start talking about, man, I have this idea, I can be able to create an app that can be able to do XYZ. Everyone always has an idea for an app. To be able to treat hair loss. I don't know why that came to my mind. Nyinyi mwenye mko na kofia.
It's an issue for 1.5
for one of
segment of this 1.5.
Anyway, yeah. So Otto was saying, how many times do you have conversations about amazing business ideas to solve various challenges that we have in society? Okay, you have a lot of those conversations, but do you do anything with them? Nakuja mnaandika una napkin nini, you pay the bill, and then you go back home and you sleep, and the following day you've forgotten about that amazing idea to for hair growth that you had. Okay, so startup weekend is that event that you come there and you finally get to do something with that event. It's a 3-day event. You come in on day 1 on Friday, okay, with those crazy ideas that you had. Okay, you pitch them in front of your colleagues and your friends and other participants that are there. Okay, then the ideas are selected within that pitching. So assuming there are 50 people, maybe 10 ideas or 12 ideas are selected out of those. Then you form teams. So with that idea that you had to be able to do whatever it is that you wanted to change the world, hata kama ni internet ya majuu, you have a team that you can be able to work towards solving that problem. So you'll have developers there, you'll have designers there, you'll have mtu wa biashara, you'll have your insurance salesman there coming to help you find out how you can be able to better increase the sales for that application or whatever it is innovation that you're making. So ideally what you do that now in 3 days. You'll bring in those people together, work on that idea, and then the final day, what happens? You pitch to a panel of judges, and we have some amazing judges coming up for that event. Innocent, who we've got guys from,
should be mentioned really?
Okay, maybe where they work. Okay, even that, fine. Yeah, but we've got some pretty big names. We've got to have some pretty big names out of there, and who knows, you may be able to get funding for your next idea. Okay, so who says you can't be able to get funding for an idea? So startup weekend is an event to come through. Okay, Icon Radio will be there on location, coming in to support the event, coming in to live, have a live what do you call that thing? On location, live coverage of the whole event.
Talking about accessing funding, one of our partners for that, and even for the last Twitter Spaces, Dream VC, has officially called for applications for the VC fellowships in 2022 in Africa. Pretty interesting.
What is that?
I mean, Dream VC is a trainer of investors. We just know VCs, venture capitalists, cash. But now Dream VC trains the VCs to give up the cash. But and they're called
so VC see pesa tu konayo and you can just dish it out. You actually know, yeah.
Dream VC has called for applications for the 2022 fellowship.
So if you want to learn how to become a VC, an angel investor, look for Dream VC on your Google somewhere, and know how you can be able to become an angel investor or a VC.
And even we've seen opportunities in.
Oh, may apply? Ama hujafika hapo bado? Na Jemo?
I should apply.
Bana, manifest in your dream to be a VC.
In the age of blockchain, in the age of Bitcoin and blockchain, if you have, let's say, 10 shillings in your pocket, you can buy a Bitcoin. If Bitcoin skips to 100 million, it could be 10,000, then you invest
very fast.
But maybe it's an opportunity for guys who want to learn about the VC world, how to invest. If you have some money and you're looking to invest.
And you actually, and to be honest, you also don't have to be able to be, ready with that capital. You just need to have the skill, because at the end of the day, if you want to close a fund so that you can be able to invest in other companies, you don't have to put up the capital. You just have to go to Kina JMO and other billionaires out there, and they give you money, and you can be able to invest in a lot of these big startups that you're saying here. So guys, look for Dream VC and try and apply. Who knows, you'll be the next big time investor here.
That's true. You need a lot more of that in Kenya, actually.
Oh yeah, we definitely do need that. I mean, that's such a long conversation when you start talking about how we need Kenyan investors to plug in, at the end of the day.
That's where training starts. We're still Karibu SGI,
also because we need to move away from getting loans from banks to fund your business, because they'll frustrate if you don't have like a collateral. And all
that was mbali fuliza.
If you have fuliza, you won't be able to get loans. So if you can get people who actually believe in your idea and believe in you, investing in you, without having to get a collateral or having like a simple thing as a percentage share of your company, then and they actually direct you in terms of giving you ideas on how to scale up.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it's true. I actually, because for a very long time, people thought, the only way you could actually grow a business is through loans.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, and really, that's not what it is. Somebody can.
Those guys have ridiculous.
Trooms, by the way, do you have see when you are saying market force, $40 million.
Yeah.
40 million. How many shillings?
Which bank in Kenya?
Wait, how many shillings is that? 4B.
Yes, 4B. 4B.
What do you do with 4 billion? You've had 4 billion. What did you do?
4 billion. I buy
an island.
Tesla.
Buy a Tesla. Probably buy a Tesla. Or maybe join the program to go to Mars.
By the way, I applied last year. It wasn't to Mars. That one for I think it was, I don't know, they cancelled. Some billionaire, some Chinese or Korean Japanese billionaire who had bought a few tickets now for the Elon Musk trip. Yeah, so I remember I'd applied for that. But niko hapa tu on earth bado. Yeah, but dreams are valid. Yeah, tweet it, manifest. Yeah, anyway, guys, thank you so much for coming in and attending and listening to us. Listening to I don't know, are we boring? Sorry, me, I wasn't. I don't think I was. Yeah, the 2.5 techies. Okay, you're only tech. Actually, this is probably one of the first fully fledged tech shows on radio right now. So thank you very much for joining iconradio.co.ke. Remember, you can find us on our hashtags at Facebook on
iconradio.ke across all the social medias, and also don't
forget TikTok.
At a TikTok, yeah.
Hey.
Don't forget.
Subscribe
and leave us a comment. On probably topics that you want us to tackle. About.
Or even guests that you want us to bring on.
Exactly,
and Innocent here knows a lot of big people in the tech world.
Okay,
ataleta wazito bwana. Let Elon Musk. Tweet that and manifest that into existence. All right, thank you so much. Have yourselves a lovely evening, and God bless you. Bye.
Icon Radio, your #1 entertainment plug.